Hello and welcome to Time Out, your live daily huddle with Tristan White. I am Tristan White. Today is Tuesday, July the 14th, 2020. Welcome to our Time Out live daily huddle. I'm here with you guys 1:03 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time every weekday, Monday to Friday, for our huddle that's for leaders and people who are leading themselves, leading a team, leading a family, contributing to their community, possibly working from home. And we are here to connect with other people doing the same thing, to learn a bit more about how daily huddles could work, to connect with other team members, to perhaps have a moment of disconnect from our work and reconnect with ourselves and with the important priorities going ahead, and most importantly, to re-energize and refocus for the rest of the day. My name's Tristan White. I'm the founder and CEO of the Physio Co. I'm also your host here at Time Out, and I'm really excited to be here with you. If you are here either live on the broadcast or on the replay, please jump in the comments. Firstly, hit like or love if you wouldn't mind. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're on YouTube and or Twitter, jump in the comments and let me know you're here. I don't know you're here even though you guys can see me, so I'd love it if you could jump in the comments just like Kira has done. G'day Kira, nice to have you here from Canberra. Really nice to have you here, Kira. Thanks for being part of our Time Out crew like you are regularly. Marge is here. G'day Marge, nice to have you with us as well. If you're here, please jump in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you're not quite ready or don't want to comment, that's perfectly fine too. This is a safe space. This is a safe space where you can connect, you can contribute as much or as little as you like. I'd love you to contribute, but if you're not quite, today's not the day, then that's perfectly fine as well. And Phil is here from Brizzy, and Phil says, hope all is well for you in Victoria. Phil, thank you. Yeah, appreciate your thoughts. It's a challenging time for us here in Victoria, Melbourne metropolitan area especially. The COVID-19 cases keep growing, and we've got a lot of work to do, both individually and as a team. Or when I say a team, I mean all of us Victorians who need to do our part to do our best to minimise the community spread that's been happening. G'day Jim, nice to have you here with us. And Carmel's here from Sunshine and Showers here in Perth. She says, Carmel, nice to have you here. And Carmel, congratulations again on the nomination we shared yesterday with you for being patiently persistent in the way you've built your skills and confidence and had that really the best team meeting you've had yet last week. So congratulations again, really admire what you're doing there, Carmel, well done. So in this huddle, like every daily huddle, we're going to go through three things. Firstly, what's going on? I'm going to share my priorities, what I'm working on in my job at the Physio Co. with you guys here at the Culture is Everything crew, and a personal priority as well. While I'm doing that, I'd love it if you would share your priorities and at the very least, make sure you've got them written down, make sure you know what you're working on to work on your business, on your team to make progress for the future, not necessarily to working in your business. We've all got important jobs to do, like responding to emails, seeing clients, seeing patients, whatever we might need to do. That's working in the business. Working on the business is about making progress to improve. And 1, 2, 3 small things that we're going to get done in the next 24 hours is what's going on is all about. Our second part is where you're stuck. Identifying a roadblock, a challenge, something that's slowing you down, losing momentum is the second part of our Time Out huddle. And the third part is a good news story. I was distracted for a moment. I was confused. I can see that Capital Hydrotherapy is Kira, and it says in Sydney, and I think you're normally in Canberra, Kira, so I was confused by what's going on, but I appreciate that you're filling us in what's going on. So, good news story always. We always like to catch people doing something right and share a story through the lens of a core value. So they're the three parts of our Time Out live daily huddle. Let me check out these comments. Not looking forward to when we get the spread here. Yeah, the coronavirus spread. Fingers crossed for you, Carmel, in Western Australia. Roman, Xavier and KW are here. Nice to have you guys. Thanks for being here. And Carmel says, thank you. No worries, Carmel. You are well deserved. All right, before we start that timer at the top of our screen, I've got a question for you, and that is, how'd you go yesterday? How many of your priorities did you document? How many did you get done? What was your progress like yesterday? So let me check my notes. And yes, a mini celebration from this end. I shared 4 priorities that I was working on yesterday, and I got them all I got them all done, 4 out of 4 for me in the last 24 hours. So I'm going to give myself a bit of a pat on the back if I could reach and celebrate. How'd you go? If you shared your priorities yesterday, I'd love to know how many you got done. Would really appreciate that. Kira, let me celebrate that. Holidaying with the 5-year-old in Sydney sounds like a whole lot of fun. Kira, enjoy. Hope you guys have a blast in Sydney, and you can definitely move around more in Sydney than we can down here in Victoria. All right, it's time. Let's start the timer. 12 minutes and counting. Welcome to Timeout, your live daily huddle. Today is Tuesday, the 14th of July. First part of our huddle, like every day, is what's going on. I'm going to share my priorities. As I do that, feel free, type in the comments, share your 1, 2, 3 important tasks. I'd love to see them. I'd love to understand what you're working on. I'd love to support you. I'd love to cheer and or keep you to account depending on how your progress goes. So let me get stuck into mine. Mine is my priorities for the Physio Co. I'm going to share three Physio Co priorities today. And the first one is it is Tuesday morning. And on Tuesday morning, I have a regular weekly meeting with Trevor, and Trevor helps me to lead our marketing at the Physio Co. The Physio Co. has got a long history in delivering services to older people in nursing homes. We've been slowly and gradually helping people stay mobile, safe and happy wherever they call home. And there's a big change in our communication, our marketing, the activity we're doing from a marketing perspective. And regular communication, regular work with Trevor, and some incremental changes we've been working on. So that's the first priority. Secondly, again related to marketing and communications, is that we are looking at reviewing, refreshing, evolving the Physio Co brand, including our logo, the look and feel of how we've been doing things. It's been a long time since we revisited that stuff. A fair bit has changed for us, so it's time to revisit that. And so having a meeting with someone who sent us a proposal, and we're considering working with that consultant to help us work through a project of evolving our brand. And the third thing, again, marketing. Big marketing day for me on Tuesdays, and that is a meeting with Savo with our digital marketing team to make sure that we are communicating to the right people to attract more people to understand what we're about, and hopefully be able to help more people to stay mobile, safe and happy wherever they call home. Communicating with older people and their families is an important part of what we're doing online. So they are my 3 Physio Co priorities for today. What are you doing? What are you working on? Let me check out what some people put in here. Kira has put her priorities in there. Let's check them out. First one, organise content for National Pain Week. That's exciting. Send Little Habits Planner to Canberra Weekly, and finish DIY at Home Retreat article. Excellent, Kira. Thanks for sharing. Good luck with those. Let us know how you go tomorrow. Carmel has also added hers here. Number 1, follow up contract wording. That was for your team members that you're working on yesterday, Carmel. So good luck with that. Learning more about the benefit of shockwave for our canine patients. That's interesting. And lastly, still to go, following up on Friday's meeting to progress tasks identified and help staff get them done. Excellent, Carmel. You had the meeting on Friday. It went well. You've got actions to follow up on. Perfect. Good luck. Keep the momentum going in your patiently persistent way, Carmel. I really like it. KW is here. KW says, review tax documents from accountant, prepare for family meeting, and finish the form. Another resource we're building for the Culture is Everything Club. Thanks, KW. Appreciate that. And Jeff is here as well. G'day, Jeff. Hey, Jeff. I know on your name on Facebook here says Jeffrey. I've been calling you Jeff. If I've got that wrong, I'm sorry. If it's definitely Jeffrey, I apologise. I'll fix that. Please let me know. I'd want to make sure I'm using the right name. But your priorities, great to have you here, Jeff. Integrating clinic repairs and maintenance by replacing the floor coverings. Let me get that back. Normal patient caseload is done, nice. And speak with bookkeeper about deputy integrating with Xero to prepare for the foundations of employing. Done. Jeffrey, well done. I really, well done. You've made some good progress there. I appreciate it. Keep up the good work. And thanks for being here as part of our Timeout Daily Huddle crew. Alrighty, I also need to share with you one priority I'm working on here with you guys at the Culture is Everything crew. And Jeffrey has confirmed it is Jeffrey. Got it. Apologies for the nickname. Jeffrey it is, so thanks for clarifying. Alrighty, Culture is Everything crew, it is the time of the week where I record the introduction for a new episode of the Think Big, Act Small podcast. We're up to episode 59. I've recorded the introduction this morning. And interestingly, and maybe excitingly for you guys who are here at Time Out, it actually is an episode dedicated to Time Out. It's dedicated to sharing the concept of Time Out, to sharing what we've been up to here in this huddle, and explaining, or even sharing a full episode from Tuesday, June the 30th, is going to be on the Think Big, Act Small podcast this week. So that's my culture is everything priority. And lastly, personal priority is it is Tuesday. It's a run day. I'll be after work tonight. Make sure I get out and go for a run, possibly with one of the girls. One of my daughters might come with me on her bike or their bikes, depending on the level of enthusiasm. So they're my priorities. That's what's going on. The what's going on part of our Time Out Live Daily Huddle. Alrighty, thank you for sharing. Thanks to the people live who have shared. If you're here on the replay, or you haven't quite popped your priorities in yet, it's perfectly fine to add them on the replay. I promise to circle back, check them out, cheer them, encourage you, help you the best way I can. Alrighty, next part of timeout is where are you stuck? A chance to identify a challenge, a roadblock, something that's slowing us down, or something that's slowing me down, something that might be slowing you down as well. It can be a big item like we're running out of money and we need to take out a loan or get an overdraft from the bank, or it can be something very small like I'm clearly not getting all my priorities done every day. How do I improve that? How do I make a small tweak to my time management system, if you will? So where you're stuck is the next item. Question is, where are you stuck? Take a moment, take a deep breath, think to yourself, I've got this long list of stuff. These things are working well. What's not working? Where are you slowing down? Where are you losing momentum? What is a challenge? We don't have to solve it right now, but we have to identify it, because identifying a problem is the way that we can then firstly see it, notice it, understand it, and then move towards solving it sometime very soon. Carmel says, missing being on my bike, running over here first thing each day. Alrighty. That is almost to where you're stuck on, and possibly come on. I know you're commenting on the bike, I think, but yeah, a bit of a pain not being able to do what you want to do. Where am I stuck is I'm got this month. I had a goal to read this book, Forging an Ironclad Brand. It's a book that I'm interested in the topic at the moment, because I am working through a project of rebranding or evolving the brand of the PhysioCo. I just haven't scheduled it, and therefore I'm not getting through reading that book. So scheduling time to read and improve and make sure that I'm continuing to learn, especially about the projects that I'm working on at the moment. They call it just-in-time learning, and that's you don't learn about things that you might be using years and years' time, but you learn just in the right time to be able to apply that knowledge. And so I need to improve that. That's where it's stuck for me. If you've got a where you're stuck, feel free, drop it in the comments. I promise to check it out, do my very best to help you, to support you as you like. Excuse me. Carmel does write, stuck with finding more wording. Let me get this on the screen, Carmel. Stuck with finding more wording for non-compete policies and contracts. Got a couple of different ones, but want to make it read nicely, not the big bad boss. I understand, Carmel. It's important to have the boundaries. We need to set the boundaries so that our team members have got freedom within boundaries, but you want to do it in a way that it sits comfortably with your core values and with your own personality without being too assertive, too legal in that sense. So I understand. Good luck with your search. If anyone's got some examples and they'd be willing to help Carmel, either publicly or privately, please do give her a hand. I think that she'll really appreciate that help. Alrighty, 3.5 minutes to spare. Let's get on to the third and final part of our Time Out Live Daily Huddle, and that is a good news story. A good news story told through the lens of a core value. Now, here's the thing. Managers, leaders, if we're not careful, we can be reactive, we can be always chasing our own list of priorities, and we can forget to catch people doing something right and praise them and thank them and acknowledge the great work people are doing. We have to be leaders that catch people doing something, do things right, and then acknowledge them. And so that's the concept of good news. And today's good news story is a PhysioCo team member or extended member of the PhysioCo family, not a direct team member or employee, but someone who's been a mentor of mine for a very long time, been at the PhysioCo for almost as long as I have. It's someone who you might remember was an early guest in the first 10 episodes or so of the Think Big Act Small podcast, and his name is Ben Hosking. Now, Ben Hosking is someone who's been working with me and supporting me for all 16 years at the Physio Co. He's a retired accountant, or still works a little bit, so maybe it's a semi-retired accountant, but someone who's got a whole lot of life experience, business experience, contacts, and he's a very energetic and continually always learning type of person. And the value that Ben has lived is the Physio Co value of find a better way. And specifically, we always search for new ways to help our clients, customers, and team members. Now, Ben gets in touch with me most weeks. He doesn't work with us all the time. I speak to Ben about once every couple of weeks, but he emails me regularly to keep me moving forward with find a better way ideas. And most recently, he emailed me with a suggestion of some people that he knows through Rotary, his Rotary Club in Melbourne, as to who we might be able to get to know a bit better and possibly do some more work in some seniors living communities that we don't visit just yet. So for that example is why Ben's been nominated for Living the Value of Find a Better Way. But I could check my inbox or my old emails and find heaps and heaps of these examples from Ben. So Ben, thank you. Thanks for your years and years of support to help me learn the skills and build the confidence to be the best leader I can be. And thanks for helping me continuously to find a better way. Alrighty, that is it. 1 minute to spare. We've got through the 3 parts of our Time Out Live Daily Huddle. If you've been here live, then thank you so much for being here. If you're on the replay, I appreciate you. I appreciate that you've got a busy day, but if we can spend about 12 odd minutes together to reconnect, to recharge, to make sure we get our priorities right, and then to get on with our day, then I think that's a pretty good use of part of our day each and every day. If you've got a question about the huddle, if you've got a question about the Culture is Everything system, if you've got a question about anything that I mentioned today, feel free, drop it in the comments, either publicly or send me a message privately. I'm here to help, I'm here to support. I believe the world needs more great places to work, and I'm doing everything I can to both build one at the Physio Co and to support everyone who wants to learn the skills and build the confidence to be a leader that can ultimately create more great places to work. And that's what this Time Out Live Daily Huddle is all about. For the time being, as the clock counts down to 0, thanks for being here. Have a great day. Get clear on your priorities. Get stuck into it. I'll be back at 1:03 p.m. Melbourne and Sydney time tomorrow for another Time Out Live Daily Huddle, and I'll be asking you then how you went on your priorities. Please let me know as we say goodbye for today. Catch you tomorrow.